view too far, need to zoom in. Ain't got no facts, you assuming. About to call them blue, the way you be cluing. Stay awake, not woke, I'm tuned in. Your point of view too far, need to zoom in. Ain't got no facts, you assuming. About to call them blue, the way you be cluing. Have we had enough of your lies for one night? Have we felt enough of our pain to know it's real? How do you feel? Sick and tired of the lies, all I'm feeling is the pain. It's the devil in disguise while I'm standing in the rain. Water pouring from the sky, but you tell me the opposite. Like I don't have a consciousness, like I'm stuck in the matrix and my brain's up for the taking. But we don't do that, I know my facts. They say that he was elected, but where the stats at? They say that jab the only way to get your life back. But if you have a heart attack, then they will go to hide that. Look at the FDA, acting like KKK, trying to run all our lives like we they brand new slaves. Lose the job, bent from playing segregation, all the same. They call themselves progressives, but they taking us all back again. Bring the world to darkness and sacrifice the children then. When it's said and done, then you will never live with hope again. I say that we break the chains, we can't leave the world the same. Make love real again. As we fly above the truth, I ask of God, am I with you? I walk the path, go to the line, but still I feel that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages from all across the world. You are now tuned into your favorite daily source for news, entertainment, politics, and anything of the sort happening in the world, the Chandler Brief. I'm your host, Chandler Crump, and it has not, in fact, been a daily show this week because for the days of Tuesday and Wednesday, and I think that's it, I was very sick, so I decided to take a break and not do the show. I kept you guys updated in the community tab. I want to give a big thank you to the folks who sent me well wishes and prayed for me to be and feel better. I feel so much better today. I'm still like a little bit minorly sick, but I think I'll be beating it within the next few hours. I haven't coughed or sneezed in a while, so I feel like I'm really getting there. So big thank you to all the folks who wished me well wishes. We've got a ton of news we're going to be jumping into today, so I'm really excited to get started on that. First things first, I want to remind you guys to absolutely obliterate that like button, as you guys always do here on YouTube, on Rumble, on Getter. Shout out to my folks watching on alt-tech platforms like Rumble and Getter. I really appreciate you guys. Although we may not have to only have to rely on alt-tech platforms for much longer, of course. Still migrate yourselves to alt-tech platforms like Rumble, Getter, Gab, Truth, whatever it is, whatever you like. Pick your poison. I'm on them all. I appreciate it, but we've got some really big news coming forward today. And of course, I'm not going to place all my eggs in one basket or all my eggs in one billionaire. But this is some really cool stuff, and I'm sure you guys have not been able to escape this news today, but I promise you, I will give you a unique take on it, because that's what we do here on the Chandler Brief. First things first, of course, once again, subscribe, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Also want to give a big thank you to all the folks who have supported our channel. So that is our Hall of Heroes members in the top of the screen. So Mark Cook, who is our current monthly leader, and Inespo, who is our current most recent donors. A big thank you to them. If you're interested in joining our Hall of Heroes, all your options are available in the description below. Of course, we also offer Cash App donations right there. Let's get going on the show today. As you guys know, Elon Musk has offered $43 billion, yes, that is with a B, billions, to buy Twitter. Yes, this is, well, it comes shortly after he swooped up a great 9% or so of Twitter just earlier this month, or I think it was maybe even at the end of last, I think it was the end of last month, just about. You know, time is all crazy when you're sick. Oh, I'm breaking my cough chain right there. I guess that's more of like a clear throat, but anyways, let's jump into this. In what's being described as a best and final offer to buy Twitter, Elon Musk has launched a hostile takeover bid of $54 per share in cash. In a tweet, Musk announced that he'd made an offer and linked to the SEC filing. And there it is. I made an offer. Musk's offer will represent a 54% premium over the January 28th closing price and a value of about $43 billion, according to Bloomberg Business, and there's their video. The 50-year-old Musk filed with the US SEC on Thursday morning. That filing included a letter sent to Twitter's chairman of the board, Brett Taylor, reading, "I invested in Twitter as I believed in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe." I know I have something for that. Around the globe. That's big. And I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. However, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve this societal imperative in its current form. Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company after the very well leadership of Elon Musk. Let's check in. What do you guys think of this? We're getting a lot of chat messages here. So let's see here. Jose Vaguela says, happy Thursday. Hope your day is going well. Thank you, Jose. It's Candy says, that's great. Glad you got better. Thank you. Jose also says, I don't trust Elon Musk, which is fair. Rebecca says, happy Easter, Chandler. Yes, very soon. Thank you. Toy Mafia says, yo. And Danny says, I hope Elon buys out Twitter, then moves on to Facebook. Either he'll fix it or burn it to the ground. I'm okay with both. I definitely don't think he's got any interest whatsoever with Facebook or Meta or whatever it is. And I don't think he can afford Facebook or Meta right now. At least not the entire thing. Maybe some chunks of it. If they're willing to spin off a chunk and sell it to him, that would be interesting. But who uses Facebook? Come on. Facebook is big. I will not deny that. It's massive. But it's too far gone. It's already got a ton of flack to its name. And the people that are still on Facebook, even people that are still on Facebook, don't really like it that much. But let's move on. As a result, I'm offering to buy 100% of Twitter as we read before in the article, and a 38% premium over the day before my investment was publicly announced. My offer is my best and final offer, and if it is not accepted, I would need to reconsider my position as a shareholder. Twitter has extraordinary potential. I will unlock it. So if they don't sell to him, he's just going to sell off his shares, and Twitter will obviously suffer because, I don't know if you guys know this, but when Elon bought his 9% or so share in Twitter, the stock price soared. People were very happy about that because they anticipated something like this happening. You know, it involves a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? It involves a lot of prediction when it comes to investments. That's just simply how it works. It's the nature of the business. And so if a mega billionaire who is very firebrandish about his ideas and what he believes to be free speech, he's going to get involved. But he's not the only one that is going to get involved. There are other people who want to get involved as well. Not so much so on his side, however. Liberals are triggered by Elon Musk's offer to buy Twitter. This is from the Post-Millennial. These first three articles they just have great stuff for what I'm going for. Following an early morning tweet from Elon Musk announcing that he had made $43 billion offer to buy Twitter, yada yada yada, some of the platform's prominent liberal users launched into meltdown mode. CUNY professor and author Jeff Jarvis compared the moment in the online town square to the end of Weimar Germany, right before the Nazis secured power and launched the world into war. Today on Twitter feels like the last evening in a Berlin nightclub at the twilight of Weimar Germany. These people are something. Twitter has long been a haven for leftists who have watched gleefully as conservative... Oh my gosh. Alright, okay, we're gonna have to pause the show for a second, because somebody just committed a massive insurrection. Once again, we're going to jump back in the show in a second. A massive insurrection of our Hall of Heroes. I want to give a big shout out to Saint June, who is consistently a strong supporter of the channel. This one just came through, so big thank you to Saint June. He sends, can I get a drum roll, please? Hold on. $150 to support the show. Big thank you to Saint June. It's obviously, he's really trying to conquer Mark Cook up here, but he's also, I'm going to interpret it as a thank you for getting well, getting better, Chandler. Hope you had a great rest. I really appreciate it, thank St. June, so I'm going to throw your name up there real quick. But yes, liberals are absolutely triggered about Elon Musk and what he's up to. And honestly, I don't blame him, you know. I was kind of triggered when Trump got banned. So, it's kind of slow today. I don't know why it's being so slow. There you go, St. June. You guys can see me typing it out up here. Big thank you to St. June. Oh my gosh. I don't know why my software's being so weird today. Might have to restart my computer shortly after this. But big thank you to St. June. And of course, anybody else that has supported me in the past or is considering doing it in the future. And of course, big thank you to Mark Cook, although you have been insurrected. Let's jump back into the story, though. Once again, big thank you to St. June. Can we get some big thanks to St. June's in the chat? Also, we've got some people over on Gitter. I didn't even notice y'all, but Wolf Finland says, OMG, look at this future star. Thank you, Wolf. Anemo says, cool emoji. Shout out to my Gitter gang. Happy Camper says, let Twitter die. I'm kind of hoping that Twitter declines the purchase request. We're going to jump into what Elon says about that feasibility, or that potentiality in a sec. We'll jump into that. you guys are gonna want to see this. Recently, Tucker Carlson, the Babylon Bee, Lives of TikTok, Jack Posobiec, and others have faced suspensions. Glenn Greenwald commented that he canceled all his engagement Thursday in order to watch this all unfold on Twitter. Hold on. Canceling my commitments for the day so I can watch liberals become even more unhinged, hysterical, and panicked over the prospect that they may not be able to wield censorship power on Twitter. It's only 11 a.m. on the East Coast and we're already on Nazi analogies. Which is true. You know, it's really funny that they're willing to compare African-American Elon Musk to a Nazi. I don't know if you guys know this, but Elon Musk was born and raised in South Africa. He is literally more African by nationality than I am, and I am many shades darker than Elon Musk is, as far as I know. I don't know what. Maybe he's got some sort of. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna go there. They'll let them make up the conspiracies about Elon Musk. But either way, at least regarding his skin color. But either way, he's an African American by all accounts of the word. African American. Come on now. Other Twitter users called Musk bad news for the platform, predicting that nearly 3/4 of the company's staff would leave, as well as a majority of the users on the platform. Axios was horrified. The world's richest man, someone who used to be compared to Marvel's Iron Man, is increasingly behaving like a movie supervillain, commanding seemingly unlimited resources with which to finance his mischief-making because he is evil. I know I have a sound effect for that. I guess I don't have it anymore, but that's Elon Musk right now, apparently. Some users have said that Musk's intended takeover indicates the formation or furtherance of an oligarchy on the platform, as if the current board of censorship isn't already an oligarchy. Truly shocking stuff that these people are willing to come up with. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's unbelievable. It truly is unbelievable. Danny Kent says, I agree, but it's just a hope. I'm banned off Twitter and they want my ID to come back. As a Facebook user, I agree. No one likes Facebook. Yeah, it is really unfortunate that so many people are banned off of Facebook and banned off of Twitter. I know personal friends of mine that are permanently banned off of Twitter, including Savannah Hernandez, who was responsible for promoting the entire the transgender Leah Thomas thing last month. Savannah Hernandez was on top of that last month and got absolutely lambasted, banned off of Twitter for it. So it's very, very unfortunate. Little story here, I cannot 100% stand by it being true. This is just breaking story that I saw just a few minutes ago. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Don't know if it even happened or not. But this is from Patriot 911 News, so take of that what you will. They say that Elon Musk, who is the largest single shareholder of Twitter, has filed a motion to reinstate Donald Trump, Alex Jones, and other notable conservative figures on the platform. And then they cite Bloomberg. I spent a few minutes trying to find Bloomberg's article about this, but anytime I search up the words Donald Trump or Elon Musk, it gives me no results. So I couldn't find this directly, but I wanted to bring this guys to your attention to say that there are at least some things happening in the background, potentially. Now, this was more than likely even before there was any talks of a full purchase. If Elon Musk fully purchases Twitter, there will be next to nothing stopping him from bringing back Trump, bringing back Alex Jones, and bringing back everybody who has been Thanos snapped off of Twitter. The question is, for Twitter, is it too little, too late? Because there are tons of conservative influencers and conservative business people who have started their own alternative social medias. And now we can get into the efficacy of those alternative social medias, but at the very least, they have become a cornerstone of the conservative market. Heck, I'm streaming on a few of them right now. I'm streaming on Rumble and Getter. And I'm proud to say that I have been streaming on these platforms for, I think, for Rumble's sake, nearly a year, and on Getter for a few months now. They've been amazing platforms to be home to my content. They have kept up my ability to stream to you guys. And for that, I can say I'm very thankful. If Twitter becomes a platform that stands for free speech, I'm all in. The biggest problem with these alternative platforms is that they have a lower user base and sometimes can be a sort of echo chamber. But Twitter is already wide open. Now, I guess it may open things up to say, well, if they made right-wing alt-tech platforms, maybe there'll be left-wing alt-tech platforms where they have even more censorship than Twitter, which I guess that really just shows you, kind of like how the left can't meme, they also cannot start their own social medias off of the basis of rejecting what is already there. You know, Getter started for free speech, and if you're a leftist and join Getter, you're more than welcome to be there as long as you don't break terms of service. And even to that point, very rarely would you get banned for such a thing. I don't know many people who have been banned off of Getter, at least on the left. Alright, I don't know why my mic cut there. I'm gonna probably have to fix it. But there are some right-wing people I know that have been cut from Getter. But either way, there's tons of issues such as that. But I don't believe a left-wing person could get banned off of Getter like that. But to Twitter's, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with Elon Musk, but let's dig in even further with some other sides of the story, because this story just gets wackier and wackier. Apparently, a Saudi prince has taken to Twitter to reject Elon Musk's bid to take over the platform, which is, I don't know, interesting. Let's check in on this. The Insider paper reported on Twitter on Thursday that one large Twitter shareholder, Saudi Prince Al Walid, has rejected Elon Musk's large $43 billion offer to buy the company outright and take it private. Also, big thank you, St. June. You're all good. I'll see you soon. Twitter shareholder Saudi Prince Al Walid rejects Elon Musk's bid to buy the company. So there's that is. Al Walid holds over 5% of Twitter shares after a stock buy in 2015. This includes his own holdings, as well as those held by his investment company, KHC. He made the buy while Twitter was struggling to grow outside the US. Al Walid said the offer simply wasn't high enough given the potential for the platform's growth. It was reported Al Walid had sold much of his shares and that he is no longer one of the top shareholders. Very interesting. So, I guess there's the other side of it. Musk holds more than 9% of the shares. Twitter responded to Musk's offer to buy the company outright, saying that they would be meeting to discuss it today. An all-hands meeting has been called for the entire company. Let me just give you a look at what that all-hands meeting is more than likely going to look like.
Here's Johnny.
Oh gosh. I cannot tell you guys enough how crazy these meme makers are. Dre Fanzer posted this today, and I found it. I said these Elon Musk memes are next level. Look at that. Isn't that funny? People in the comments, brilliant, Lamau, truly great stuff coming from Dre Fanzer. But in all seriousness, they are saying that they are going to be holding a, what's it called? An all-hands meeting. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, here's the headline. Twitter reportedly to hold an all-hands meeting with employees at 2 p.m. Pacific to discuss Elon Musk's bid for company. And that's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be streaming once again tonight at 8. So we're going to be talking about whatever news comes out of this all-hands meeting happening in just 2 hours. Just a couple hours from now. Just a little bit less. But it's going to be coming real soon. I'm excited to see what comes of this story. I don't know about y'all, but this looks like it's going to be big. This looks like it's going to be big coming from Elon Musk. And I know everybody's like, it's Elon Musk. He wants to put brains in your head. I understand the apprehension. I understand the caution. I share it. But I am at least interested, even if he may not be Trump buying the platform, I am at least interested to see some sort of change of the guard. Not from Jack Dorsey to Agrawal, whoever that is, but Jack Dorsey to Agrawal to Musk, who we know at least a little bit more about and has at least proven to be quite a bit more open-minded to some great things. And last but not least on the story, Elon Musk confirms at a TED Talk that if Twitter does not accept the purchase request, he has a plan B. Who knows what that plan B may be? Maybe he will be purchasing another company, social media. Maybe he'll be buying Getter or Gab. Gab actually was the first to comment under Elon's tweet today of him saying he has an offer, and they actually had a major thing to say. Oh, actually, he commented under that. But as you can see, Gab says, counteroffer, sell your 9% Twitter stock, invest $2 billion in Gab, join Gab's board, and let's take them down. And they said a few more things. You have to consider that bringing free speech to Twitter isn't as simple as buying it. Apple and Google do not allow free speech, so if you stop the censorship, they will kick Twitter from both app stores. We already solved that problem and overcame it. Interesting. That's this from Gab, but actually, I didn't notice Twitter, Elon had a new tweet. Will endeavor to keep as many shareholders and privatize Twitter as allowed by law. So there you go. He's promising not to shake it up too much for people that have been invested in Twitter already. So very interesting stuff to see here. Elon Musk. It is what it is. That's the story for that part of the day. Let's check in and dig a little bit further, however, and see what else is going on, because unfortunately, Twitter and Elon Musk aren't the only things happening in the world. And I say unfortunately because this next story is stupid. The CDC has once again extended the travel mask mandate for 15 more days because stopping the spread apparently isn't something we leave behind in 2020. Yes, you guys may remember And it doesn't seem like that long ago because it really wasn't back in March when we were discussing the fact that the CDC was extending the mask mandate to April. Well, now it's in May. And yes, I did the black Twitter clapping thing because it's stupid. Honestly, if they're going to be stupid about it, I might as well be too. It's stupid. Rebecca, very true. She says they refuse to let go of power. I couldn't have said it better myself. But I'll try anyways. The Centers for Disease Control will extend its travel mask mandate for 15 more days despite protests from airlines. Biden's administration had previously extended the mask mandate to April 18th in early March. Airline CEOs united in calling on Biden to end the mandate on March 24th, but to no avail. Biden's CDC is making the extension due to a recent increase in COVID cases in the U.S. Yeah.
Stop the cap.
CDC continues to monitor the spread of the Omicron variant, especially the BA2 subvariant that now makes up more than 85% of U.S. cases, said CDC spokesperson. Since early April, there have been increases in the 7-day moving average of cases in the U.S. In order to assess the potential impact the rise of cases has on severe disease, including hospitalizations and deaths and healthcare. Sorry, and healthcare system capacity. The CDC order will remain in place at this time. The TSA has decided to extend the security directive and emergency amendment for 15 days, all the way to March 3rd, 2022. Rebecca says, do you think they'll keep this stupid mandate in place until November? I don't know. They might just... I don't know why they would. Do they not realize that the longer they keep this madness going, the more people are going to be upset? Like the airline CEOs. Yes, this is the CEO of, personally, my favorite airline, Delta, Ed Bastian, who says he publicly disagrees with Biden's mask mandate. I think our customers are comfortable dropping masks. That's me. I'm one of them. Our employees are tired of wearing masks. I'm sure I know one of them. Let's check this out. Let's see what they're saying.
We think from the pandemic stage to the endemic stage, and we need to learn how to live with it without being so restrictive.
Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian also pointing to the challenges his own crew members face.
Are you comfortable with your passengers dropping masks now?
I think our customers are comfortable dropping masks. I think our employees are tired of wearing masks. Our employees, especially on board those flights, are tired of policing masks.
We think from the pandemic stage.
They're tired of policing masks. But they're not putting a stop to it. And by them, I mean the government. The government is more than likely... Actually, I probably shouldn't even say that. That'd probably be a lie. But I was about to say, the government is also probably more than likely tired of it as well. But in all honesty, it's not the government, and by the government, I mean of the people, by the people that are actually within it, like the TSA agents and those that are involved in the regulation and such. They're not the ones that are making the choice, unfortunately. It's the big wigs of the TSA and the Biden admin and the CDC, which I think stands for the Communist Dictatorial Committee. Honestly, they're not protecting us from any disease right now. They're keeping this tyrannical mask mandate and vaccine encouragements and all these different things forward for all of our people, and it's becoming a big deal. So much so that the airlines and everybody is sick and tired of it, but nothing's happening to stop it. Even when the elections are coming up. I don't know what to tell y'all. Folks over on Getter, Wolf Finland says, who's the guy on the post behind you? Wolf, that's actually me. So I don't know if you know this, but I'm one of the artists behind the Let's Go Brandon song that was banned from YouTube, but it actually hit #1 on the iTunes charts and even charted on Billboard. So if you can see it right there, that is my Billboard plaque I got for it. I'll show it off a little bit better one day, but it sits at the back behind my stream just to make sure that it's always at the forefront of what we're doing. Either way, big thank you for the comment there, and thank you for asking the question. I thought it's the boy himself. Nope, that's me. Yeah, thank you. Big thanks to Happy Camper and all my folks over on Getter. I really appreciate y'all. My folks over on Rumble as well. I love y'all. Make sure you subscribe to our Rumble channel as well. I want to remind you guys, of course, YouTube is only temporary. Unfortunately, Elon Musk is not buying YouTube, so if you're interested in watching my content without ever having to deal with YouTube shutting my stream off randomly one day, make sure you are indeed subscribed to my Rumble channel. I just dropped the link in the chat, and I'll also show it on screen here. As you can see, this is my Rumble channel. This is actually my stream right now. We've got a few people watching over on Rumble, but this is what my channel looks like, and as you can see, all of my stuff going back years is available here. We get some great numbers over on Rumble, so I'm proud of it. And Rumble actually defended Let's Go Brandon when it was banned from YouTube. They actually kept it up and put it on the front page of the Rumble website. And as you can see, once we scroll down a little bit further, you will find that Let's Go Brandon is actually still here on Rumble. If I can find it. I don't know if it's where it is. It was like October, so it should be back behind this. I think Yeah, so here it is. Let's Go Brandon, which has nearly 500,000 views on Rumble, as you can see here. Still up, still proud, still with 500,000 views. So shout out to Rumble, shout out to all tech platforms, shout out to all of them for standing up for our right to say what we want to say, whether it be music, whether it just be talking about politics, and whether it be talking about the amazing news coming out of Florida today, which is the fact that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill to ban abortion after 15 weeks. Big stuff right here. Now, it's not as strong as some other states that have signed heartbeat bills and things of that nature, but it is an amazing start that I think we're all really proud of. I don't know why that played so loud. I'm pretty sure I had that off. Either way, let's jump into this. Tallahassee, Florida. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a 15-week abortion ban into law Thursday as the state joined a growing conservative push to restrict access to the procedure ahead of a Supreme Court decision that could roll back abortion rights in America. Of course, this is the AP. This will represent the most significant protection for life that has been enacted in the state in a generation, as he signed the bill at an evangelical church in the city of Kissimmee, DeSantis said. Republicans nationwide have moved to place new restrictions on abortion after the U.S. Supreme Court signaled it would uphold a Mississippi law banning abortion after 15 weeks. The High Court's decision expected this summer could potentially weaken or overturn Roe v. Wade, the landmark 73 decision that established a nationwide right to abortion. The law DeSantis signed Thursday deals a significant blow to overall access in the South of abortion, where Florida has provided wider access to the procedure than its regional neighbors. It used to. Now, things are starting to fall apart for those that want to partake in abortions. This is big stuff coming forward, and I wanted to highlight this story real quick to show you that the war is being fought on many different grounds, whether it be the battleground of culture and music, or whether it be the battleground of being able to talk about things like Elon Musk is taking part in free speech, and he, at the forefront of his message, he said free speech, so at the very least we could say it's more than likely he'll get into that, which is great. Or whether it's the governmental side of Ron DeSantis standing up for the right to live. It's abortion. It's great. Or two things I shouldn't say back to back. It's abortion that he's standing up against, and it's great that he's standing up against it. Slip of the tongue there. Either way, I want to give a big thank you to everybody who supported our show today. That was a funny moment right there. I don't think I've ever said the words, it's abortion, it's great, back to back. Anyways, big thank you to all our folks who are tuned in again. I really appreciate it. My nose is starting to clog up, so I'm going to wrap up the show. But I want to remind you guys, we'll be live once again tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to tune in once again in just a few hours. We have a ton of stories we're going to be talking about again. So big thank you once again. Make sure you're subscribed to my Rumble channel so you never miss a show. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe to this channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out. Remember, that is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big thank you to everybody who supported our show. And last but not least, I do want to remind you that this show is, of course, sponsored by MyPillow. Now, let me tell you guys, while I was sick, I spent as much time as I could resting in bed. And while I was resting, I laid my pretty little head on a MyPillow. So if you want to beat your sickness, or at the very least be promised a great night's sleep, make sure you go to mypillow.com and use code CRUMP, that is code CRUMP, for your very own discount on a MyPillow. I guarantee you guys, I beat my sickness / flu / COVID / Black Plague because I slept on a MyPillow. And yes, I'm sniffling a little bit, but that's because I'm 80% of the way there. Just a few more days and I will be stopping the spread of whatever's inside me from anywhere else. Either way, make sure you go to mypillow.com and use code CRUMP for your very own discount. Thank you guys so much for being tuned in, and aside from all that, I'll catch you guys next time, free thinkers. Don't forget to spread the virus of intelligence.
Into the light we go.